A lot of people doesn't know the difference between the immigrant and the refugees. The immigrant is someone who came voluntarily to look for the job. And the refugee is one who flee from his country because of war, and he want to save his life. And that who I am a refugee. I was born in Congo. In 2005, I crossed the border to Uganda as refugees. We came to Chakatu refugee camp, and life was not easy. We had to break the land. World Food Program used to give us a food once a month. From the day I entered to the camp and the day I fly to come to America, it took 14 years. And that was the toughest 14 years of my life.
Jewish Family Services has been meeting the moment when it comes to refugee services throughout our history. To meet that moment has required going way beyond normal expectations, delivering food to families, delivering furniture and household goods and helping them set up a home, going out and knocking on doors for families that were being evicted from their homes when an apartment community was being renovated, helping people locate stable housing after a fire, setting up a produce market to help families meet their food security, making sure every single one of our refugee clients got accurate information about the public health crisis, about COVID, about vaccination. So we had a very high success rate of clients who got that information and were able to be vaccinated.
When the pandemic came, the job was slow. I couldn't afford my rent. But when I came to the Jewish Family Service, I told them, and they paid for me a rent for 2 months. Without the intervention of Jewish Family Service, I was lose my home.
Diversity, equity, inclusion is something that's extremely important at DHL. As a global company, part of the ethos of who we are. And then I think just as an employer, locally, recognizing that there is a diverse population here and we need to be able to support the diverse needs of that population.
To find a job in America is not easy because it is funded by computer online. And several refugees, when they come here, they don't have computer. They don't have even internet. And they don't know even to use the computer. There is also an interview. That interview, the refugee doesn't know to speak English. Jewish Family Service is the one who helped us to get a job.
We're working with the employers on recruiting, on onboarding and training, helping get people into the workplace, and then there's a lot of troubleshooting that goes on after that.
Our relationship with JFS has enabled us to really make sure that we understand folks that may have, whether it's different cultures, traditions, languages, religions, and help us understand and then support those individuals.
Jewish Family Service took me in charge. They gave to me chairs in my home. They look for me that job. So even now, I thank them too much because they're still helping me in several ways.
We have a Holocaust museum actually in our building that has the collected stories of local survivors. It's really chilling the parallel between their stories and the stories of modern-day refugees, including some of our staff members. They fled the same type of violence and persecution. They had the same desire to come to a place where they could rebuild their lives after experiencing that trauma. And it is such an honor to be part of helping them build those new lives.
Jewish families service helps refugees because there was also refugees. So they know how the refugees are struggling.